So I am on week 3 of being unemployed, and I guess the biggest thing I'm struggling with is finding things to do while not having something to do. Ow. So lately I've been on a kick of watching a lot of thrifting videos, a lot of gift giving, thrifted gifts, and I figured I go to the thrift stores a lot anyway, so let me just take you with me today and see what I find. I thought it would be a good way to give somebody something meaningful if I find something that would be good for that person without having to go out and buy something brand new that they might end up thrifting or giving to a thrift store anyway. I'm gonna go check out a couple stores on my own, and then I am meeting up with one of my friends later and we will see what we find. Here's to thrifting. We are at our first Goodwill. I've been coming to this Goodwill for a long time. I think, oh my gosh, probably 10-15 years. However, it's been a while since I have actually physically been to the store. So I remember 10-15 years ago, I would come here and I could find some really amazing items, especially for the Renaissance. Like I found vests, and even for cosplay, I found vests. I found like pleather dresses with like the faux fur. So I found some really amazing things here in the past. Now, I haven't really looked at Goodwill a lot like I did before all those years ago. I know a lot of things have changed. I just went to a Goodwill recently to where they had a Ralph Lauren jacket and they priced it $100. Now, I thought that was ridiculous. I would think 20-30 max because it's a Goodwill. It was donated to you. So I don't know how they can get away with pricing that at $100, but I digress. Anyway, we're just looking for some little things, anything I can use for my sourdough journey I'm looking for. I am making a lot of homemade gifts, and that will be bread, baked goods, anything like that. So that's kind of what I am looking for, and let's go see what we find. Starting off strong, I found some really good picture frames. Now, I do like to look through these because I sometimes hand paint items, and picture frames brand new can be a little expensive, so I always love to look here. You never know what you're gonna find. This I definitely got because I know I can do something with this for a Christmas gift. So this reminded me of that game with the marbles where you have to like place them down the path. So I thought that was really cool. I don't think that's what it was for, but that's what it reminded me of. I loved this bread box, but I did leave it there. Now, I love looking at things I can hang on the wall. This was very sturdy, but not quite my aesthetic, so I did leave it there. I did end up grabbing this gradient puzzle. It was brand new, and I know somebody who loves to do puzzles. Now, these popcorn buckets always make me laugh when I see them at thrift stores because I know a lot of people were going crazy for popcorn buckets. Maybe not this one specifically. If you know, you know. This fabric was beautiful. This green one, I knew I could make something really pretty with it. However, when I saw the price at $10, I just thought it was a little steep for something I could find on Amazon brand new for about the same price. So I did leave it there for somebody else. I always love looking at the picture frames again because I can always find some canvases. Now I did leave these here. This jar was really cute. Definitely good if you're giving somebody some homemade baked goods. This would be a good base wreath for anybody who wanted to make their own. Now, again, with the collector's items, I found so many of these Rae Dunn mugs. I do end up leaving them there because I'm not a Rae Dunn girl. I did end up picking up this little candy dish. It was really cute. Now, this statue was just interesting in and of itself. I did leave it there for somebody else, however. Cute little ceramic egg pieces. This little candle snuffer was adorable, but I did leave it there. Now, this Wonder Woman mug was so cute. My mom is a huge Wonder Woman fan, but I did leave it there. It just looked a little too worn, too used. In the basket section, you will find so many wonderful baskets. I don't think I picked up any of them, but there were a lot of great ones, especially this little white one where you could put something festive on the front. That was a really cute idea. If you like to gift plants, this was a good one. And then this was a really nice Christmas themed one. Fabric was a little thin for my liking, so I did leave them there, but I did end up finding a few good things at this Goodwill. It should really not be 89 degrees in November like it currently is, but here we are. So I found 3 things, 2 items that I can use to supplement something else that I am giving. So one item, I found this little wooden board with a clip on it. So I'm thinking I could put like a recipe, like a homemade recipe on there. That'd be really cute. And then I also got this little candy dish. So because I'm doing baked goods, that will be perfect to gift, you know, a tiny little muffin or like a few little muffins, maybe a few cookies. And then the last gift was an unopened puzzle. So I do know several people who like puzzles. And if you are those people, hopefully you are not watching this, but you probably are because you're my friends and y'all support me so much. So I'm gonna go meet up with my roommate and we're gonna check out a couple more Goodwills. Oh, girl, I thought these were glass plates. I always love finding like Christmas cards here. You usually find them like unused. Look, I found some more. This one isn't very holiday, but this one is. It's kind of cute for $3. Look at this. I don't know that we look at this, but this is really cool. That's really pretty, actually. Isn't it pretty? I know. Precious. That's Ross. $4.99 Goodwill, $6.99 at Ross. Not a big difference.
We got a Snoopy thing going. Oh, here's a car trailer.
Oh, actually, my sister would love this. It's 1994, but I mean, it's just a year.
Isn't
oh my
that the
God, my
whole
sister
point,
is gonna love this. Thank you.
We got a Snoopy thing going, so I know.
Oh yeah, no,
it's
I'm a
like,
Disney girly.
Just gonna have it here for a minute.
Yes, because I have to go through them. You never know.
Never know.
Oh my gosh, this one's adorable. Look at it. It's like a little mouse.
Oh, it's a mouse.
Oh, I'm getting that one.
Oh yeah. I also love this little tree here. Like if you put your own little things on there.
Oh yeah, a tiny little tree. That's cute. 93. Oh, these are like the child's age collection. So if you were born in the 1990, then it would follow each year. That's really cute. Ooh, look at that. I wonder if it works. Oh, it's like one of those mini ones. I have been freaking obsessed with dumplings lately. And the fact that there's a dumpling basket, like, I just don't have any room for it, but oh, that would be so cool. So I saw this. This would be a cute vintage plate warmer. Like, I really like this. So this would be a perfect gift for somebody who likes that more vintage aesthetic. There's a note in here. I need to know what it says. Okay. It could, for all I know, just be a piece of paper. You know what? I think it is just a piece of paper. Damn it. Womp womp. Back in the case it goes for somebody else. Oh, look at the cute little mini photos. Oh, these, you can make ornaments out of these.
That's precious.
And then I love finding picture frames like these because these are always so expensive at the at Michael's or wherever. Oh, look, a perfectly brand new corkboard. $20. There's a cuckoo clock. Quart of feels and pink. So I found this Budweiser Stein. It's from 1991. My dad would absolutely love this because he collects Steins, especially from the Renaissance. But there's no lid and I'm very sad. We found the lid. That would be so worth it. Super cute Mickey mug. This one is from Japan. Don't see a year on it, but definitely vintage. Oh, look at this one. This is 2019. If I knew somebody who was a Norman Rockwell fan, these would be perfect. Because these are from the Norman Rockwell Museum. This is so cute. Avon, 1985. It really needs to be cleaned up, but that would be so cute as like a little trinket tray for somebody. More Norman Rockwell?
It's the exact same too.
Is it really? Oh, that is so funny. I love this little sugar dish. This is adorable for anybody who is very... What's this called? Like, there's a word for it. I can't think of the name.
Cottagecore.
Cottagecore. Oh, look at this little tin. Bear scene is so cute. Oh, I love this. It's just the cutest little stocking holder. All right, I am done with thrifting. We did find one more Goodwill. As soon as we got there, it ended up being closed down, even though Google Maps said it was open. So thankfully there was a family thrift, literally like half a mile down the street. So we just came there, found a couple of things, and in the next part you will see everything I got from the 3 places I went to today. Hey everybody. All right, so it is the next week and I hit up a couple more Goodwills over the weekend and I actually just hit up one today. So I'm going to do a haul of everything I found. Majority of these will be Christmas gifts that I'm going to be repurposing, and some things are going to be for future projects that I want to do on my channel. So let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start with this family thrift store that I found. One, this was a really cool find, Loving Vincent. I remember seeing this at a convention called CTN in Burbank, California when I was in school for animation. So I'm not gonna try not to go into too much detail, but it's a fully hand-painted film about Vincent van Gogh's life. So every frame is hand-painted and it was just phenomenal. This came out in 2017, so I was very, very happy to find this because I loved this movie when it came out. I even have a poster and I got to meet a couple of the artists that were painters for the film. So that was really cool. I found this Dollar Tree $1.25 tin. They only had it for 99 cents, so that's cool. Looks very unused. This is gonna be great for a lot of the baking I'm gonna be doing this year. And I could put some cookies in here or some sourdough bread that I plan on making. Next, I actually found this keepsake ornament, which is so cute. I love these and I love to go to Hallmark and buy one every year. However, when I went this year, it was $30 for the one I wanted and I couldn't justify spending that much for an ornament. However, this one was $5.45 and it's a really cute Peanuts ornament. So this will definitely be going on my tree and it does make sound. All right, so it will need a new battery. Now I do keep all of my keepsake boxes. This will be added to my ornament collection. All right, I did find another ornament. This is a Sugar Mill Christmas ornament. And I do check out all my ornaments before I buy them. This one was not in a little bag or protective covering. However, it was still fully intact and still very, very cute. It does look like it's missing its hook, but that's an easy fix. And then I will find some bubble wrap to protect it when it's in storage. Now we're gonna get into the Goodwills. Some of this, like I said, some of this is to be repurposed for gifts, and some of this is for personal projects that I will be working on. Hopefully, if I have time. There's something I want to make for the Renaissance I'm going to on Friday. We'll see if that actually happens. If not, I will save it for next year and definitely still do the project, just I won't wear it until next year. And then I did find a couple of cute clothing items. I really try not to shop for clothes when I go to the thrift store because one, I have too many already, and I'm very picky about the material and style and cut of my clothes. So sometimes I find a couple of really good things and I'll show those to you, and other times I just have no luck. So I think everything else is Goodwill. We'll start with this bag. So if you are friends or family of mine, just be aware this may or may not be for you. I'm gonna try and keep names out of everything. However, if I talk very personal about a gift, it might give away who it's for. So just be warned. First thing, I found this really cute little stand. It has a little clip so you can put pictures or anything. It was originally from Ross and I got it for $3.99. So to me that was a good deal because I think once I peeled the sticker back it was like $12.99 from Ross, $10, whatever. Anyway, so I did have a grandmother that passed away. I think she was my great grandmother that passed away this year. So my idea was to take this and print out one of her recipes. So several years ago, God, I want to say 15 plus years ago, my grandma gave me a recipe book with a lot of, if not all of my great grandma's recipes. So I'm going to be taking one of those, putting this on here. She does have 2 daughters. So I couldn't find another one of those specifically, but oh my God, I found this. Now, I did see these little screws on the back and they looked really easy to remove. So I'm going to do that same thing with this. I may not have like one of those little backings, but I'm thinking I could put like a string on the back and still do the same thing, print the recipe or handwrite it or something. So now I'll have 4. Well, I have 3 left that I can do something with them later on down the line. That is how I'm repurposing this, and I got this for $10. Goodwill is very good at looking for brand new puzzles. I found this gradient puzzle, unopened, unused, for $4. I have a friend who loves to do puzzles, and I keep joking with her I'm gonna get her one of those all clear puzzles or like all black pieces or like all white pieces. However, this is a gradient, so I thought this was a good start. Well, hopefully she likes it. I thought it was funny. So like I said, I'm gonna be baking a lot this year. Goodwill is abundant with these glass dishes. This one says baking spirits bright on the inside, which I thought was super cute. Just needs to be cleaned up, and I'm gonna put some treats and goodies in here to give as gifts. So I found a few of these. This is probably the cutest one I found. I'm not buying too many. I think I grabbed like 3 or 4. But I did see several of dishes like these at Goodwills. So these would be great to put baked goods in to give as gifts. All right, that bag is done. I think this is the Goodwill where I found several really cute ornaments. Besides that other family thrift, this was probably my favorite Goodwill. So this is a Tending Her Topiary Hallmark. Now I love these keepsake ornaments. This was only $1.99. It still has all the bubble wrap in it, and I did check it before I checked out to make sure it was in good condition. I'll have to make another video setting up my tree because I have a ton of, her tail looks a little loose. I may go in there with a dab of super glue. So I love these keepsake ornaments. I'll have to do a video of me putting up my tree and just showing off my ornament collection. I have to thank my mom for that. Every year when I was little, I know she would buy several of those keepsake ornaments from Hallmark, and I still have all of them. And some of them are, actually all of them are still in very good condition, and some of them are just, you would never find ornaments like that. I have Timon and Pumbaa ones. You might still find Lion King ones because I know that's still very popular. But Hunchback of Notre Dame, I have an Esmeralda one, and I have some really pretty Snow White ones and like old classic Barbie ones. So I love these keepsake ornaments. So whenever I can find them, I usually try and grab them when I can. So I think this is another one of those dishes. So 2. Oh no, this is a butter dish. So I actually found this really cute butter dish for me. So Merry Christmas to me. It was only $3.99. It's from Smee's, but it looked really good condition. Little wear and tear, a little dusty and scuffy, but I am going to wash it, give it a really good wash, and I'm super excited to use this for me. This is my gift. Oh, here we go. Here are more of those dishes that I found. They're only $3, $2 to $3. This one says Happy Holidays, but same thing, I'm gonna clean it out, use it to give baked goods in. And this was another one. This one looks a little older. Honestly, this one looks like it might be from the 90s or the early 2000s. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this one just had really cute snowman. Yeah, I don't know how old this one is, but it's cute. So I think those are the only 3 I bought. On to the next bag. Let's see. I think those are all the gift items I grabbed. Next section, we're moving on to those personal projects I want to do. So I started going through Goodwill's fabric section, their linens, their curtains, and I found some really cute items that I know I can turn into costume pieces or use them to create something new. Actually, before we get into all of the goodies I found, these are the 2 clothing items I found that I really liked. Well, I liked this one until I tried it on, and I realized why it was donated. It was super, super itchy. It is 70% acrylic and 30% wool. I don't think it would be as itchy if I wore like a long sleeve sweater under it, but it was this cute sweater dress. There were no stains, no holes. Again, super cute, but when I tried it on, I was just like, oh my gosh, you have to wear something under this. So I'll probably keep it, and once it gets colder, because I'm based in Texas, like it doesn't get cold very often here, but I will save it for when it does eventually get cold. The other thing I found, now I actually have this dress in black, but I've lost a lot of weight since I've bought that dress, and I believe it's an XL, and this one looks to be about a large. And it was only $8, so not ideal, but I found this and it's super cute, super pretty color. So I was very, very happy to find a dress style that I already love and know works for my body type. I was very happy to find it at Goodwill. So I did snag that up really, really fast. So a couple more things. I just went to Goodwill today, and these are, oh, I do have one more gift in here actually. I believe it's this one. So this is really, really cute. I'm gonna keep the tape on because I don't want the lid to fall. But I found this little jar with these beautiful roses and little bows. Bows were super popular in a lot of decor, blankets and pillows and mugs. So I saw this and I instantly knew the friend who would love this. I'm thinking, I got it for $4. I'm thinking it could be like a little bathroom trinket. Put some floss in here or Q-tips. I wouldn't use it for food items. It does say dishwasher safe, microwave safe. I'm like, I wouldn't eat out of this, but I don't know, maybe you could put something in it just to like pins or something. It was really cute, and I know this is gonna go with her collection. Not gonna say the name because I don't want to give it away. The other things I found, there's actually a funny story with these. So last week when I went to Goodwill, when I was going in my initial shopping, I saw a box of plates. Now these plates were marked at $20. There were about 3 plates that were of the collection, 1 plate that was just a random plate, and then these 2 plates that I absolutely loved and wanted. The first one is this beautiful Disneyland plate, and the second one is also a Disney plate, but it's Disney World. So I saw these and I was like, I have to have them. I have a Belle plate already, and I thought these would just be really cute to add to my collection. However, when I went up to the front, the manager said they were donated together, so you have to buy them together. And I'm like, well, I'm not spending $20 on 2 little plates. Well, I go back a week later and all the plates are separated. So I don't know if maybe somebody went in there and took them all out of the box, or I don't know. But I went up to the front with just these 2 plates, and it was the same lady working, not the manager this time. So the last time I was there, the manager is the one who told me that she couldn't separate them. But the employee who was there, she was like, they're not part of the same set. I don't know why we can't, just take these out and sell them to you separately. And I'm like, whatever. So when I go back, I walk up and it's the same lady. She's like, oh, I remember you. And I was like, yeah, I found the plates, but they weren't with the box. And she was like, yeah, I remember you coming in last week, but if I go and get the manager, it's gonna be the same one. And I'm like, well, is there anything you could do? Like, can you just, mark them as plates? And she did. So I was very, very happy. I loved them so much. They're so pretty. This one is made from Japan. And I think, yeah, this is Walt Disney Production Japan. So I just love these so much. I was very happy that she was able to do that because, again, the box that they were in was not a collection. These are the only 2 Disney plates in there, and the others were just other random plates. So that was my really good find. Anyway, now we're moving on to the fabric that I found. Okay, this was one of my favorites, actually. These are bed sheets. This is a fitted sheet. However, it's Christmas themed. So I'll put it right here. It has these cute little moose and bears, and they're 100% cotton. They're from a Lodge Trail collection, made in Portugal, something garden. I think it says by Karen Garden. I can't really tell, but I saw these and I was like, that would be such a cute dress. And this is actually just a fitted sheet. The regular sheet was more of my favorite one. It's the same designs where it has the tree, the moose, and the pattern, but it's very Christmas themed. And I was like, this would be such a cute dress or a corset or something for the Renaissance. So this is what I was hoping I could create, a corset or skirt or something, since I'm going to the Renaissance on Friday for their Celtic Christmas. But with Thanksgiving this week, I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm probably going to store them away and save them for next year. But I thought these were a great find. So if you're ever at Goodwill, always look in the sheets. You can find some really cool fabric that you could do something else with, but they are going to need a wash. All right, let's see. This is some more fabric that I found. I think it's a tablecloth, but this green was really pretty and it had a cute little pattern on it. So that's gonna be good to turn into something. I think these were curtains or a tablecloth, but yellow lace-like. I'm thinking something floral, something princessy, especially with these two together. I really think I could make something for springtime. I don't know, if I have a springtime project in mind, these are the fabrics I had in mind. Oh, I did find another sweater. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, this is actually really, really cute. I haven't tried it on. It's from Fashion Nova. I'm a sucker for Fashion Nova. I know fast fashion. However, the pieces I buy, I use until they either get too big on me, then I donate them, or they literally fall apart. So this was really cute, looks unused, no stains, no snags. So I was very, very excited to grab this, and it is an XL, so that should fit me perfectly. Oh yeah, okay, so my roommate found this. Remember how I mentioned I'm going to the Renaissance, and I go every year, once or twice. This is actually a skirt from the Renaissance, and you can see the tag says Lady of the, what is it? Lady and the Fool. So I don't know if they're still at the Renaissance, but it says Lady and the Fool. I don't know if this is a company that's still at the Renaissance, but this is literally a Renaissance skirt. So I was very excited she found that, and I was like, if you don't buy that, I am going to buy it. And I was like, thank you very much. Okay, this is a table, I think it's a tablecloth. Yeah, tablecloth, but this blue was really pretty. These blue flowers, I loved it. This would be such a cute corset or skirt as well. So I'm excited to see what project I can use for that. And the last thing in this bag, this is a pillowcase. However, would this not make the cutest freaking apron? I think it would, because I could easily turn this into an apron. I love the frill. And then I could use this back piece, I could cut it out and make it the top part of the apron. And then I think I could use this other back piece and create the ribbon or the ties. And if that's not enough, I can always just go buy ribbon. So this is gonna be one of my other little projects. This is going to be a cute little apron, especially since I am on my sourdough journey. And we are on the last bag. All right, I think majority, if not all of this is fabric. So I think this is a curtain piece. However, this green was gorgeous. This is showing it as more olive. It is a lighter green than that, but I figured I could do something with this. I found this really pretty table runner. Definitely gave me 90s aesthetic. And if I don't like it as a table runner, it is quilted. This would be a super cute little waist corset, especially for the Renaissance. Another one of those green things. Okay, more green fabric. I think this is another tablecloth. I don't know why, I just found a lot of green stuff, but I liked how it had this really pretty plaid pattern. And I don't know if this is I think this is another tablecloth. I found a lot of tablecloths. However, this would make a great Renaissance cape, especially for the Christmas one. We'll see what I can do this week for my Renaissance trip. But that is everything. So thank you so much for watching and joining me on this thrift store journey. I found a lot of great items, things that I could reuse for gifts, things that I can use for gifts, a couple of really cute clothing items, and then a ton of fabric tablecloths, pillowcases for projects that I want to work on in the coming months. If you have made it all the way until the end, I would appreciate it if you leave a comment, maybe something you liked about this video or something that I could do to improve the video in the future. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you would be so kind, please hit the like button on this video, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.